2 weeks after winning the election, President-elect Donald Trump is laying out his vision for his first 100 days in office. In a new video posted on YouTube, Mr. Trump outlines his plan to put America first by focusing on jobs and boosting our nation's economy. Among his many goals, here are some of the highlights from the policy agenda.
On trade, I am going to issue our notification of intent to withdraw from the Trans-Pacific Partnership. On energy, I will cancel job-killing restrictions on the production of American energy. On regulation, I will formulate a rule which says that for every one new regulation, 2 old regulations must be eliminated. On national security, I will ask the Department of Defense and the Chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff to develop a comprehensive plan to protect America's vital infrastructure from cyber attacks and all other form of attacks. On ethics reform, as part of our plan to drain the swamp, we will impose a 5-year ban on executive officials becoming lobbyists after they leave the administration, and a lifetime ban on executive officials lobbying on behalf of a foreign government.
All right, Dana, so a lot to unpack in there. I love the fact that there's, a handful of initiatives, a lot of them surrounding the creation of jobs or bringing jobs back here, repatriation of money, and unleashing the energy sector, something I think you and I both see eye to eye on, regulations in breaking some of the trade deals. Your thoughts on the economic effects of that?
Well, and some of this he can do on his own because he's got a pen and a phone now, or, well, in 52 days. Some of it he's going to need Congress. One of the things on the Trans-Pacific Partnership, I think that there's going to have to be something that fills that vacuum, though, because now we know that China is already pursuing free trade agreements individually then with all those countries. And one of the things President Obama was trying to argue with Donald Trump in their first meeting was that it's important from a strategic political sense, not just in terms of trade, but also in terms of defense.
Can I stay in trade with you for 1 second? So if he does, in fact, go ahead and break some of these trade agreements, the unilateral agreements, they could be strong as well, not only with China, but even with Great Britain. When Britain pulls themselves out of the EU, they're going to need some trade partners.
Right. So that I don't know how it's going to turn out. We'll see. I mean, I think a lot of it sounds good in theory, but one of the things also that you need in order for jobs to come back would be the energy side of things and tax reform. Part of that, all of those things happen, and then you deal with the technological innovations that are happening in terms of you don't even have people actually doing manufacturing jobs anymore. A lot of it is turning to robots. So a couple of things there. The other thing is I like this idea of for every new regulation that is proposed, you have to eliminate 2. It's a great idea, and I think it'll be really tough to do because everybody's going to want to will have a reason for why they want to keep a certain regulation. One of the biggest one will be Dodd-Frank on the financial sector.
Can I ask KG on security?
You guys just if you eliminate 2 for 1, don't you end up at 0?
Yes.
Eventually.
That's amazing. Anyway, go ahead.
If you keep at, then you start cannibalizing your own regulation over time. KG, security, a lot of national security initiatives. Securing our infrastructure, I think, is an important one. That people say that we're under cyber attack constantly, our electricity grid and whatnot, and the various food and water supplies.
Yes, I mean, what I like here is just right away, like right out of the gate, hey, this is what we're going to do. We're going to focus on cybersecurity, keep America great. Like, he's getting it. He understands that this is one of the biggest threats in terms of national security. We've got to lock this down. And he said on national security, he's going to ask Department of Defense and Chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff to develop a comprehensive plan to protect America's infrastructure. So to me, that shows that he's really on the right page and he understands the importance of it, and it tells me that he's listening and understanding his briefings.
Greg, you said he needs to get the wall started at some point. We noticed the wall is ominously missing from this plan. When should he start that?
Maybe I think he's going to try. He's going to soften everybody up. He's like David Robinson. He's moving to the center fast. Nice. Little basketball.
Nice. I didn't get it.
I had to go to YouTube to find out that. Anyway, it's interesting because he's admitted a connection between climate and human activity after saying it was a hoax. He's talking about not prosecuting Hillary. So you're seeing him. He's not. I guess my point is, liberals relax. He's not the crazy right-wing nut job that you think he is. He's always, when he was talking about a lot of this stuff, he was always kind of winking at everybody. And he also has the benefit of a cult of personality. People voted for him because they liked him, so they're more forgiving if he changes his mind.
David Robinson, they nicknamed him the Admiral because he